Welcome, I'm Todd Raffel with Eightfold, or Eightfold.ai. It's a talent intelligence platform. And I'm here with Anna Meadors from a company called Delek. If you don't know Delek, she's in San Antonio. It's an energy company with several thousand employees and several 100,000 barrels refined a day, and also retail locations. So they kind of affected by oil prices, but also in some ways affected by low oil prices. Means more people would buy oil as consumers. So you are doing and thinking about what at Delek in talent acquisition, which, by the way, if I didn't say, she heads up talent acquisition at Delek. And what is on your mind?
Yeah, so thank you, Todd, for having me. Well, right now, what is on my mind is, how we can stay strategic during this downturn when we're not doing a lot of hiring, kind of a lull in the market that a lot of other talent acquisition teams, I think, feel as well, in the energy sector and throughout the US and the world, basically, at this point in time. But one of the ways that we're trying to add value is making sure that we're looking at the scope of work that each of our positions have within the company. Is it the right scope of work? But also partnering with our leaders, our business leaders, to make sure that, within their teams, do we have the right talent in place to come out of this ahead? Where can we upgrade our talent when possible? And are there any gaps that we haven't been able to identify before just because of not having the time, that we can go back and take the time to identify those? So just having a more in-depth conversation. I think a lot of people are familiar with like an intake call, but going beyond that, really understanding what's going on the team. What initiatives do they have? What do we need to do when COVID ends to be out on top and to be more innovative? I think a lot of times we just don't have the ability, the bandwidth to have some of these deeper dives. So really understanding their network. Who have you worked with in the past that would be an excellent fit for not only Delek but your team? And really what we're looking for are, people who are open-minded, inclusive, I think, have a goal to excel the company, and not so much ego-driven, I think more purpose-driven.
And what's the next step in that? What do? Are you then building a pipeline? Are you hiring? What do you go out and do what with this gap filling?
Yeah, and that's a difficult one, right? Because we've got some folks in place that, we'd have to make changes, right, to our team. And that might mean replacing some employees, but also what it means is it's building that pipeline. And if you set that expectation with our candidates and hiring teams to be more proactive, right, get out there and interview before we have the position available, then, as soon as we have it open, then we've got a candidate in place. The first step is always for us is to be interviewed through the talent acquisition team, and then, progress it to the hiring manager. So we do actually, we would progress it all the way to on-site interviews, if it's safe, if, both parties agree, hiring manager and candidate. So.
And that's in the case where you do have the job open and ready to hire, not if you're just keeping a warm body for when you're ready.
So it depends. We will proactively go that far if we do not have a position open. And of course, if we do as well.
Got it. Thank you. And good luck. It's again,
you.
Anna Meadors. She's with a company called Delek. It's Delek. And I'm Todd Raffel, and our company is Eightfold.ai. Good luck with everything.
Thank you. You as well. Thank you for having me.